Hey everybody, welcome back up to Cumberlachia. If I seem a little bit out of sorts, I just did a live stream which was on Sunday. You're going to see this probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Hello, leaf. They're falling everywhere. But it's Sunday, and I did a live stream a little bit ago from over at Chapel Hill. Came back up here, went in the workshop and looked in the incubator, and the quail are hatching. So I'll put a picture here. This was the first one that hatched, and he's just jumping around in there and squeaking and chirping. Got another one getting ready to hatch now, or two more I've seen that are getting ready to hatch. So I'm out here instead of in there. I am going to try to record them being or hatching. So today I'm just going to throw together a ground beef and bean pasta that just hearty. I like the ground beef, I like the beans, I like the tomatoes. Just something nice and healthy, and well, maybe not real healthy, but healthy to me. But it's going to fill me up. So I've got 2 pounds of ground beef over here already cooking off. I'm going to turn the temperature up a little bit. Got it in my nice enameled Lodge cast iron that I love. And to that we're going to add half of a purple onion. And I'm just going to cut this down. And for the lovely lady that told me last time I was colorblind and not a very good cook for calling it a purple onion, it's a red onion. Well, people call purple onions or red onions, but I see purple. So purple's my favorite color, so I call them purple onions. So I'm just going to peel off the skin, get her undressed a little bit here. Put that over there to go into the compost bin. And I'm just going to do these in probably about 1/2 inch diced slices. Yeah, I got excited. I was just talking in the live about the quail were supposed to start hatching today. Came back up and got one. I heard chirping. I looked in there and there's a little one just jumping around in there. So I'm going to get this done because I am hungry. And then I'll get in there and see how many more have decided to join his little brother or sister, because I don't know what they are yet. I'm getting onion just about everywhere. So we're going to put this half of this purple onion into the ground chuck. And I use ground chuck because I found where I get it, it doesn't have a whole lot of fat content. So I don't have to worry about straining it off. So we'll put that in there. And then I've got a yellow and a red pepper here. I'm just going to circular cut that out. More for the compost. Get these seeds out. And I'm going to leave a few of the seeds because they do have a little bit of flavor. And they're just going to cook off in there. Get some of this membrane out. And I'm doing probably about 1/2 inch, a little bit, well, between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. I like some texture in these. Some people call it like a cowboy pasta, but we're going to just call it my ground beef pasta and beans. It is beautiful up here today. We've got last 7 days, no rain except Wednesday and Thursday. We had a little bit of rain. That was the only rain we had. So I have been watering the garden. And as you all know, I just pumped the water up from the creek. Fill the 275-gallon totes back there. We got 3 of them filled. And that's what I'm using for the garden. That's what I'm going to be using for the quail. And that's what I'm going to be using for the goats and chickens. Basically all of our livestock. Just pump it right up here. So yeah, we're going to use 2 peppers. You can use any color you want, yellow, red, green. I just like to add a little color to the dish. Get these all in here. And I apologize. I'm trying to get all of the videos caught up, especially Mom's. And I apologize to her because she's sent me a bunch. And ever since we moved here, well, not only getting the water set up and the solar electric going to where we need it going, and then of course the quail that are hatching, it's just been very busy and we haven't had enough time to do videos and get everything out. So I do apologize, and I thank you guys very, very much for sticking with me. we're getting to the point that I can start doing a couple videos a week and then a couple of mom's videos. If you watch at the end of October, because today's October the 1st for me, you guys are seeing this midway through the week, but this October I'm part of Jenny Goff's video series again, her collaboration. It's called Croctober, and she's got lots of different people in this and just doing all kinds of dishes in not only crock pot but Instapot as well. There we go. Ooh, that's already starting to smell good. All right. Oops, got one straggling. I'm gonna put him in. I know I'm gonna get yelled at for that. I am gonna add my garlic powder and get it started in there. Probably about a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm just gonna open this up so it's easier to get out. Because y'all know I like my garlic. And I didn't have any fresh garlic, so we're having to use powder. I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper in there, if I can find my salt and pepper. Here's the pepper. And I'm just doing this, I like to, every layer as you're cooking it, I like it to be seasoned, and of course it'd be nice if I knew how to open it. There we go. So a little black pepper. And I do not see my salt back here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. No, I do not. I must have taken the salt up to the camper. So I'll run and get that in a minute. But for right now, I also want to add in 1 can, and these are fire roasted tomatoes. I like the fire roasted to give it a little smoky flavor since we're not using the smoker back there. And I'm just going to pour that in, sauce or juice and all. And 1 can of whole kernel corn. You can use frozen, you can use your home canned, you can even right now get fresh corn on the cob and cut it right off the cob and use it. That would be wonderful. Let me get that stirred in. Turn that down a little bit. We also have 1 can of dark red kidney beans. You can use any kind of bean you want. You can use pinto beans, lima beans. Well, lima beans maybe not so much. They may be a little mushy. If you get fresh ones, that'd be good. But you can use any kind of bean that you like. And actually, I don't know why I've got the mustard out. I'm not using mustard in this dish. Okay, got a little chili powder. So we're going about a teaspoon of chili powder. And a teaspoon of paprika. Actually, I'm going to make it a teaspoon and a half because that's going to give it the flavor I'm looking for. And you can use a smoked paprika if you like. There we go. Put these over here. And we know we're not going to forget my favorite green chilies. I put those in just about everything anymore. That all combine, get them flavors going together. Now, I'm using my biggest Dutch oven. Going to need it because we're putting a lot in here. I'm going to use Mom's tomato powder. Now, you could use tomato paste, but I like the tomato powder that she made off of her tomato skins. She dehydrated. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, probably about 2 teaspoons full. If you're using tomato paste, just use about 1 or 2 tablespoons, just according to how tomatoey you like it. And a little bit of Mom's onion powder. Yeah. Probably about a teaspoon of onion powder. And half a cup of ketchup. I'm going to take the top off here. There we go. And about 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. That's just going to add some sweetness to it. If you don't want to use brown sugar, you could use honey. You could use unflavored or non-sugar sweetener, or you can just leave it out. I'm going to get that all combined. This smells so good. I could just get a spoon and start eating this. Well, maybe a fork. Nice and thick. All right. To this, we are going to add 1 box of rainbow rotini. You can use regular rotini. You can use penne. You could use egg noodles. I just like this rainbow rotini. Give it a little bit more color. to go with the color of the peppers and the kidney beans in there. And last, we're going to put in, not last because I got to put some Worcestershire sauce. I just saw that. We're going to put about tablespoon and a half of Worcestershire. I like putting that in just about anything that I'm cooking with beef, ground beef. And it's got salt in it. So that's going to help me since I've left the salt up in the camper. Now lastly, this time it is lastly, no, there's apple cider vinegar got to go in there. I keep looking around here thinking I'm done. But I'm going to put 2.5 cups of beef broth, and this is 32 ounces. 2.5 cups is 8, 16, 17, 18, 22, so about 2/3 of this maybe. And I'm going to leave it out because I just want this to be covering the pasta by about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, because that's going to cook in that and absorb. The pasta is going to absorb. But the pasta is just going to absorb that beef stock. So I'm going to leave it out, check it in a little bit, just make sure that it doesn't need a little bit more. And as I said, I do want to put a little apple cider vinegar in there. Just gives it a little bit of a bite. Probably about a tablespoon. And that's all. We got everything in here. I'm going to cover this. It's already starting to boil a little bit. But I'm going to cover this and probably going to cook about 10-15 minutes. About the time the box says for the pasta. And that's going to help absorb everything in there as it's cooking. So we'll be back in about 12-15 minutes. Hey everybody, we're back. It's been about 15-16 minutes. And I have checked the pasta. Bring it over here. Heavy. I'll get the lid off here. Whew. Still percolating away in there. Almost all of the juice has been absorbed. Let me tilt it up here so y'all can see what we got. Nice, thick. Now, last, you guys know I like to decorate, so sometimes you gotta decorate from within. So I got a bunch of Mom's parsley here that she dehydrated and brought to me. I'm going to put about 3 or 4 teaspoons of that in here just to freshen it up, give it some color down in there. And we're going to put, now this is totally optional how much you want. You can put 1/2 cup to a cup of cheese. I'm just using an extra sharp cheddar. Whoops, and that looks like I got about a cup in there. And we're just going to distribute this. This is going to bring it all together and make it nice and cheesy and thick and rich. The cheese is melting wonderfully in there. Nice. It's going to give it a creamy appearance. And I did taste it on when I was checking it, and I didn't need to add any salt. I think that Worcestershire sauce, or as my grandpa would say, who's your sister sauce, I think that had just enough salt in it that brought it together. There we go. God, this smells delicious. That cheese just puts it right over the top. A little more here. My friends, is delicious. Now, you don't have to cook this out here in the open like I'm doing, but you most certainly could do it in a nice unenameled cast iron skillet or pan, Dutch oven over a campfire. Do it in your kitchen, in a regular pot if you want. I just like the cast iron, the heaviness and the thickness helps hold the heat in. And I'm just going to keep stirring that because if I don't, I'm going to want to eat it. Let me get a bowl here. We're going to dip some up. And everything is all combined there. That ground beef is in there with the tomatoes, corn, the beans. This is just a nice, hearty dish, especially this time of the year when it's starting to cool off a little bit. Cooler. Let me scoot this over out of the way. My homemade hot pad there. And of course, we're just going to decorate it a little bit more. Some parsley. Maybe a little bit more cheese right on top. There we go. Nice, quick, easy meal you can throw together, as you saw, in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just how long it takes for the hamburger and the pasta to cook. So give this one a try. I'm going to keep on giving it a try because it's good. I appreciate you all coming and joining me each week. I'm turning into mom, standing here eating. But I appreciate you guys joining me and holding on and waiting as I've been trying to get everything done here at Cumberlachia. I will have more videos coming out a lot sooner now. As you can see, I'm here. I can start doing them a little bit easier. Quail watch, I just went and checked. Still only one. There's two of them that look like they're trying to hatch. So they got cracks in them. But I had 23 eggs altogether. So I figured tomorrow morning when I get up to go to work, they're all going to be running around in there hatching. And I'm not going to be able to see them all. But y'all take care. Thank you very much for hitting the subscribe button, the like button. That helps us a lot. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this. If you guys make anything like this, or if you'd like to see something special I can cook for you up here on Cumberlachia, either out here on all my outdoor stuff or over in the camper even. So until next time, you guys take care and God bless. Bye-bye.